The debate between synthetic and natural slate has been one that's been raging a while now in the roofing community, ever since synthetic roof slate has risen to prominence. But instead of deciding which one objectively is better than the other, because that's not the case, we're going to give you the pros and cons and comparisons between natural and synthetic slate to see which one is going to be better for your home. The categories that I'm going to be comparing today are price, lifespan, value, curb appeal, and then a special bonus category at the end. So stick around for that on this episode of the Roofing Channel. Price. The price for synthetic slate material will usually fall somewhere around $10 to $12 per square foot, but depending on the job, it can run at the very high end of $20 per square foot. The price of natural roof slate will start at about $15, and it has a big range, but at the very high end could be about $30 per square foot. Now, both of these have pretty wide ranges, but natural slate is definitely more expensive than synthetic slate, so point to synthetic on price. Lifespan. Synthetic roofs are touted to have a 30 to 50 year lifespan, but the thing about synthetic slate roofs is that they haven't been around for 30 to 50 years yet, so it's really claims by the manufacturers. It could last lower than 30 years, or it could even last more than 50 years. Time will tell with that one, but for now, we're going to assume the manufacturers are right for 30 to 50 years. Natural slate, on the other hand, is one of the longest lasting roof materials money can buy. With a proper install, you should get at least 75, 80 years out of it, but really you should get 100 with good maintenance. But if you're getting a really good install and you have great foundation, you could see yourself pushing 150, 200 years. That is like 3 generations of roof material. Natural slate does not mess around. Point here definitely goes to natural slate. Value. Value tends to be a little bit subjective, but my metric is always the roof mileage. How many years are you going to get out of it per dollar that you're spending on each square foot? For synthetic slate, I got around 2.5 to 4.2 years per dollar that you're spending on it, and for natural slate, I got about 3.3 to 6.6 years, assuming you don't have a 200-year roof, per dollar that you're spending on it. It's pretty hard to beat a roof that can last for multiple generations in terms of value, so for this, I'm giving the point to natural slate again. Curb appeal. This is usually by far the most subjective part of the list, but this is a pretty special case. Here's a picture of a synthetic slate roof and a natural slate roof. Can you tell the difference? Well, if you can't tell the difference, you're either a slate specialist or you're a roofer. For natural slate, you get bragging rights to say that, your roof is all natural slate, but curb appeal, if we're talking just how it looks from the sidewalk, there's virtually no difference here. So tie game on this one. Even though I joked in the beginning of this video that synthetic slate shingles are better than natural slate shingles, slate shingles definitely appear to be winning this battle so far. However, there are a lot of things about synthetic and natural slate that normally wouldn't fall in a normal comparison video that need to be considered for homeowners like you. This brings us to the lightning round of things that synthetic slate does way better than natural slate. Warranties. Since natural slate comes with the earth, it doesn't have any sort of warranty. But remember that 30 to 50 years lifespan that I talked about may be up in the air? There's a manufacturer's warranty backing that since it's a man-made product. Availability. Since natural slate needs to be mined from the earth, there are times of the year that you can't get it. But synthetic slate, you can get it any time of the year. Ease of installation. Natural slate requires trained professionals to install, and that can jack up your labor costs. But synthetic slate, that can be nailed in like any other shingle. Eco-friendly. Natural slate is a resource that's mined from the earth. Not too bad, but synthetic slate is made of 100% recycled materials, and it can be used again on another roof after it's done. Customization. Natural slate looks like slate, but synthetic slate comes in different colors if you don't want that traditional gray look, and is highly customizable. Weight. Natural Slate is extremely heavy, and if your house can't support it, you're gonna have to retrofit it, which is gonna cost you a lot of money. Synthetic slate, you can always put that on. Okay, things got a little out of hand there for a second, so let's just bring it back. Like with any of these comparison videos, even though I went on a dumb rant, this really is meant to just show you the pros and cons of both roofing materials so that you can make the best decision for your home. Synthetic roof slate is cutting edge, it's affordable, it's here to stand the test of time, it looks beautiful. Natural slate is time tested, it'll last forever, it'll roof your grandkids, it looks great, it's a little expensive, but if you can afford it, it's one of the best roofs money can buy. But is it the best roof money can buy?